actually. And as you can see, I'm coming from my van. Well, you know what it means when it's coming from my van. I'm on my way to get something. Yeah, I'm using my GoPro 7 Black for the first time in my van. It's much easier to record myself while I'm driving because I'm holding onto a selfie stick. Anyway, about 4 days ago, I got a text message from my friend Nick from West Iceland. Nick Irardi. I think that's how you say his name. Anyway, he was the kid that gave me the tip on the I don't even remember anymore. Oh, the LT 1500 tractor. He was also the one that sold my friend Larry a tractor with a bad transmission. You know, that kid. Anyway, we've become friends since then, and he's a regular follower of my channel, as well as we talk text message wise from time to time. Anyway, I got a couple of people locally here who send me text messages that if they see anything on Let Go, whatever. He was one of them, so he sent me a picture of this, and so it was free and it was on the curb, and he said that he was one of the first ones to ask for the address, which he got. But before he gave me the address, he wanted to make sure that it was still there. So 2-3 days go by and I didn't hear from him, and well, finally I decided to reach out. So I just wrote, hey, I'll come get it today if you want. And so they gave me the address, and the next day is today. And first thing I did this morning was do my business in the morning, and get in my van, got some gas, and now I'm on my way to Port Jefferson, Long Island. Port Jefferson's about half hour or so from my house. It's on the North Shore. Port Jefferson is interesting because that's where the ferry is. So on Long Island, there's we're a long cigar-shaped island, right? And just north of us is is Connecticut. So there's about an hour and a half ferry ride, and you can go to Connecticut. So from Port Jefferson, you can reach Bridgeport, Connecticut in like an hour and a half. And all you have to do is just sit there with your truck or your car or whatever, and you can have lunch, whatever, and next thing you know, you're there. So people do that to get to Connecticut, so they don't have to go west through Manhattan, up north, go through Stamford, and get to Bridgeport if they need to go to Bridgeport, So you're cutting your time in you're saving like 2 hours, 3 hours, But it is kind of expensive. I remember a family full of 4 with a car getting to Bridgeport, it cost like $80. It's kind of expensive. So I've been to Port Jefferson a few times. It's a nice drive, scenic. Anyway, so if you look at the picture again, right? What do you see? I initially thought it was a Toro from the small deck, right? The single long blade small deck. Looks like a 32 or something. 30, 32. It even looks too small to be a 38, So I thought it was a Toro wheel horse, like a 1238 XL or something. But then I look at it more carefully, and it doesn't look like a Toro because the tractor's just shaped differently. But look at the engine. The engine looks like a Kohler Command, but it's flipped backwards. I've never seen a tractor like that where the engine is flipped backwards. As you can see on the left-hand side, the typical Toro wheel horse type muffler. It's a quiet muffler, and it's on the left side. It should be on the right side. So I don't know what the story is, but the listing says he can't get it started, that's all. And it's on the curb. So I hope it's still there by the time I get there. It's been 4 days. I can't imagine in 4 days somebody picked it up and just decided to pick it up today when I'm on my way, right? So, whatever, if it's a good engine, man, a Kohler Command, that's worth a half-hour drive to go check it out, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't look like it has a hood, but we'll find out when we get there. So I'm almost there. It's a snapper, by the way. I forgot to mention. And I'm right behind the garbage truck. So let's get in front of the garbage truck, okay? Okay, GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so I'm on the street where the person lives. and I'm about a block away.
The destination is on your right, 42 King Street. Arrived.
There we go. Small. So that kind of sucked. The tranny's kind of locked up. Both wheels were just frozen in the back. Both front tires were off the bead. It did have the hood though, which I didn't expect, you know. So I don't know if the tranny's good or not. It could just be locked up for whatever number of reasons. But getting it on the van backwards was kind of difficult. I had to press the button to use the winch to suck it up, right? And at the same time, use another hand pulling up one side of the rear so that it would go the other direction and it would roll, you know, a little, you know. I couldn't take the keyway out because it's a 3-lug. So I guess it's like a garden tractor, you know what I mean? So I didn't have any sockets with me to get the lugs off, and God knows if the lugs would even have come off, you know? So, anyway, it's in my van. It took a little bit of doing, but it was free. That's right, free. On my way home now. Hey, so I'm home. Looks like the thunderstorms are headed in our direction. Mailbag! Real quick. Well, sometimes not that real quick. So look. Getting the tractor in the van was kind of difficult because I was by myself. I didn't want to ask the guy for help. You know, Corona and all. And so the rear wheels were all locked up, right? Because I'm not sure if it's a hydrostatic or not, but it seems like it. I couldn't take the wheel off because it had 3 lugs on it and I didn't have tools. I need to find a way to get that one of the wheels off, take the keyway out so it'll roll, you know? So I might do that in the van to get the van to roll out. In addition, the 2 front tires are off the bead. So I'll have to try to get the tires on the bead. If I can't, I'm going to have to find 2 other tires in my shed of 1,000 tires, right? Which I think I could do. But I think the only good ones I have are MTDs. And as you know, MTDs are so narrow for the axle that it won't fit. So I'll have to see what happens. I'm going to try to put it on the bead first. So I got a package here for one of my long-term subscribers, Alfredo Dirks. He comments like every day on my videos. And he asked me for my address the other day, and I was wondering why. So he sent me something. Mowers and Blowers, care of Henry. He's from Hastings, Nebraska. Hey, I just sold a sticker to a guy in Hastings, Nebraska. Hey, Alfredo, you know him? Alan Thiel. I think I just sent Alfredo Dirks a holographic sticker. I didn't know that was your name. Alan. Anyway, so you sent me... Oh, wow. Oh! A 6-inch magnetic parts tray. Yeah, I definitely need it because look, this is what I've been using and the magnet just comes right off. Works though, but you're right. I don't use these things often enough because usually they're so small I can't find them, you know. But now that I cleaned up my garage a little bit, it should be better. So thank you very much. Hyper Tough. 6-inch magnetic parts tray. Very cool. Hyper Tough. I believe they sell weed whackers at Walmart named Hyper Tough. Thank you very much, Alfredo. Or Alan. Hey Henry, I thought I'd send you a tool for your loose nuts and bolts while you're working on a project. After all, it's all fun and games until somebody loses a nut. You're a nut. Alfredo Dirks. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that, man. You see, that's what makes having a YouTube channel worthwhile altogether, is that's right, I don't have a job. I'm a full-time YouTuber. I'm a starving YouTuber, actually, because the only income that comes in are the donations that you guys send me, parts that help out because I don't have to spend money for the parts because you guys send it to me, right? That's how you guys contribute to the channel. My sticker sales, obviously the revenue from the tractors and the machines that I fix and flip and sell. That's my only form of revenue, you know. My wife's not working, oh, I have another package here. Oh, you ready? This package is from another guy named Henry. The name Henry is making a comeback. Henry used to be like for somebody's dog, or grandpa's name was Henry, you know what I mean? But Henry is making a comeback. So this is from Henry MURAWSKI from Pleasantville, Connecticut. Right, local. Didn't I talk about Connecticut today? That's right. I'll take the Port Jefferson ferry to your house. Henry, so look, he sent me an email the other day. He saw the video of when I was putting together my Kohler Courage, you know, the second one. But I didn't want to start it up because it wasn't complete. So it was missing the, they call it a heat deflector, but it's really a spacer. It's plastic panel spacer that is fitted between the engine block and the carburetor. And mine was like cracked, and so I used, I puzzled it together, and I used silicone, and the silicone's popped out on either ends, and it doesn't make a good seal, you know. And it's critical to have a good seal between the carburetor and the engine block. That seal has to be super good, and the mess that I tried to put together, it's not a good seal. Not to mention my carburetor's a little hinky, the choke flap looks a little funny, it doesn't freely move like that, you know. And also I'm missing that little damn clip that attaches onto the throttle linkage to the lever of the governor shaft. You know, it's like a little black grommet thing that goes in and then clips onto the wire, you know, the throttle linkage. So he asked me what were the things that I needed. And so I sent it to him, an email, and he says, I have those parts, I'll send it to you. That's great, man. This is a perfect condition deflector shield. Raise the deflector shield! The rebels are coming! Wow, look at that. Perfect condition. This is exactly what I need. Kohler engines, right here. So, this is kind of cool because this actually has a spacer that goes in. The mouth is like super big and wide, right? So this whole apparatus goes in there. There's a bolt, and he included the bolt as well. Thank you, Henry. Well, this is for this one. I have that one. There's another bolt that goes right there. Actually, it looks a little different. But you know what? I'll make it work because this is, you know, this is intact. And that crazy little grommet clip thing is right here. See? You guys know what I'm talking about now, right? This part here goes in the hole, and this part here clips onto the throttle link. Clip, like that. So that it holds it there. Right now it's just a big hole, so that that wire linkage won't fit. I mean, it fits, but it's like, you can just blow and it'll come out, you know? So I'm gonna work out this, and then when I run into a tractor without an engine and I need to put an engine on it, that's 19 or 18 horsepower, I'll put the Kohler Courage together and try that. Thank you very much to Henry MURAWSKI and to my buddy Alfredo Dirks. Keep the gifts coming, fellas. If you guys see that I need a part for a specific project, right, and that I'm too cheap to go buy it, if you guys have it just lying around and you're not using it, well, send it to me. I'll use it and I'll shout you out on the video. That way, your contribution to the channel is memorialized forever. By the way, I was thinking, if I got into a car accident and died, right, YouTube wouldn't know to take down my videos. My videos will still be up for eternity. Or until YouTube goes out of business, but we all know YouTube is not going out of business. You guys know YouTube is owned by Google, right? You think Google's going out of business anytime soon? Do you use Bing to search? Do you use Yahoo to search? No! Everybody uses Google. So I went to my back shed and I actually found 2 tires. That tread is terrible, but that one's okay. But they both hold air. I don't remember where I got it from. So I'm gonna take the hood out, and I'm surprised that the hood is actually here, because I thought I was getting one without a hood. So it's actually a nice snapper hood. It is broken on the right side over there. Look, it's a Synchro Transfer 1350 LX. I don't know what that means. It says convertible mower in the front. Convertible? I thought all lawn tractors were convertible. There's no top. Synchro Transfer. No, I don't really know what that's all about. You guys know any information? Comment on the under the comments. So I'm gonna jack up the front, which I already did. And I'm going to take these wheels off, because these wheels, as you can see, you can put your hand through the side here and they're off the bead. These wheels are Dunsky! I just like saying Dunsky. So it was a pain in the balls, but I got it out of the van. As you saw, I replaced the two front wheels with good ones, or decent ones that hold air. The rears, I jacked it up, and I tried to take the left rear off. As you saw, the left rear is a 3-lug hub. Once I removed the lugs, the wheel came off. I put air into it. It seems to hold air pretty well. The hub itself has a keyway on it with a clip. It seized onto the transaxle, so I couldn't get it off. I banged and banged and banged, and then I banged so hard that the tractor actually fell off the jack and hit my hand a little, but I'm okay. I'm glad you guys are concerned about my well-being. Anyway, jacked it back up again, put the wheel back on because the hub was not going to come off. It seized, okay? Listen, I was looking at the gearing, and it looks like it's a 5-speed or 6-speed. So I don't really understand why it's not rolling, you know? I tried every gear, it's in neutral, just won't roll. I think the transmission's bad. So look, we'll go around and take a look at this. Obviously, I'm not going to be working on part 2 of my single overhead valve Briggs engine rebuild because I got this. This has taken all day already. Seat safety switch has been cut and it's not working, right? This I'm not sure what it is. What is that? What could this possibly be? It's a transmission disengaged. No, I don't know. I don't know what this could be. Okay? I've never seen this before. Oh, I know. This is to adjust the seat forward or backwards. Good luck with that. Doesn't even budge. There's no levers or nothing, you know, to disconnect. It's not even any label. Here's the hood. Actually has a mulch cover. Looks like a 38, I guess. 38-inch wide cutting width. So here's the transmission. Neutral, reverse, first, second. It clicks. Pretty crisp clicks too, so doesn't seem like it's busted, but it's locked up, you know? Maybe the brake caliper is locked up, but it still should roll if it's a 5-speed. Over here is the PTO lever. Seems to work. Height adjustment seems to work. Has a key, run, start, light switch. Choke cable doesn't feel like it's attached. Actually has an oil light. No battery. Fuse is here. It's a 30 amp and it looks good. No gas in here, I checked. This is a Kohler Command 12.5. I had a lot of these. They're good engines. And checking compression, it rolls freely and smooth, and I'm on the compression stroke right now and it's hard to turn. Okay, now I'm over it. And now I can turn it again. Good, so we know it has compression. We know that probably the connecting rod is attached. Probably is. Nice. And it's not hung up on anything. Feels smooth. There's full of oil. Smells okay. It's not super dark. Not clear either, but it's not super dark. And as you can see, these are why the throttle didn't work, is because the cable's not connected to it. There's nothing connected to it. Ah, I see. The Z-bend on this side has come off the lever. That shouldn't be too tough, actually. Unless it's seized. It feels like it might be. It has a carburetor, and look what it's missing. That's right, it's missing the starter. The starter is quite expensive for the Kohler commands. Quite expensive. Well, you know what? I think I might have one. But it's late in the day already. It was a pain just to get this home, or get it out of the van, you know? Took me like an hour just to get it out of the van. So there it is. My free Snapper 1350 LX Synchro transfer lawn tractor. Transmission seems to be locked up. I can't roll it, even though it's a 5-speed, so it makes no sense. Everything else is seized on here. Steering column, brake. See that? Steering to the left is good, but to the right, no good. See? You can turn it left, and you can't get it to the right again. So I don't know what's up with that. So you know what? Just preliminarily speaking about it and looking at it, it does seem like a shame to not work on it, right? To get it running, because you don't really see a lot of rust anywhere, you know? But the transmission being seized the way it is right now, I just don't have a good feeling about it, as well as the steering. So the steering is a pain in the rear, you guys know that. Transmission may not be worth it, you know? But the deck is actually a 33 inch. See, I thought it was smaller than a 38, you know? But the deck looks pretty good. Really good. I mean, really good, you know? So we'll look into this in the upcoming episodes. That Kohler 12.5 command engine looks good. So if it was all worth going over there to get up and get another engine out of it, definitely worth it. I'm gonna go see if I have another starter for the Kohler. And if I do, we'll put it on, and we'll try to get the engine started. And then we'll kind of triage and see whether or not we should try to save this baby, you know? In the meantime, I'm gonna go and look through some research on this Snapper model and just take a look, you know. You guys could probably get started on it if you have nothing to do, and let me know in the comments. This is model LT13, model LT135 G as in golf 331 Kilo Victor. LT 135 G33 1K Victor. That's an awful long model name, isn't it? Or we could just call it a 1350 LX. Obviously, I'm not going to be working on the engine today. Maybe I'll work on the engine tomorrow. But I kind of want to see what I'm going to do with this first, you know? In the meantime, I've pushed my Cranberry white outdoor tractor to the very rear. I think I could fit this in there, and I'll have my Blue Bayou, my Jamal Alatet, my white outdoor Cranberry, and now I've got this Snapper shoved in there. So it's a good thing I cleaned out my garage yesterday. There's no way I would have fit all that stuff. Oh, and the snowblower, guess what? It's still there. Anyway, that's it for today, man. I'm exhausted just getting this thing out of the van. I'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Ooh, this is heavy. Momentum. Yeah, momentum.